What's up, y'all? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash. So, it's been a minute, and some craziness going on in the world with this shortage of gas, or this supposed shortage of gas. And people have been saying the same thing about bleach. And I had a couple people that have reached out to me, hey, Rob, you know there's going to be a shortage of bleach. Better stock up. Places are running out. And here's what I have to say about that. First and foremost, with the gas, it's a temporary disruption. The fact that people are going crazy, and my wife showed me a video of some lady like literally at a Kroger or whatever other gas station, filling up grocery bags, plastic grocery bags that we all know can, you know, they last all of like 3 minutes with two cans of green beans in them. Or if you put some Cheerios in, it's gonna poke a hole real quick. First one's leaking everywhere, and the second one's probably gonna explode in her back of her car that she's driving away. And of course now this lady is like, she's gone viral for her, quite frankly, stupidity on this. Well, if you're gonna stock up, use approved containers, or at least get something that's actually like, you know, we all use these water tanks and stuff. You know, a 5-gallon drum, a 20-gallon, you know, drum that we use for our soap. Make sure it's rinsed out real well. And I'd also run some Seafoam or something else through your gas tank when you use that, and use it quick, because all that ethanol is gonna settle once it's sitting in there for a while. Be prudent. I mean, there's no reason to be like, all right, well, I'm gonna wait until Friday because everybody says we won't get gas until then. No, like, make sure you got some gas. It's just being prepared. Getting, you know, this thing, my Fusion, it literally had 37 miles till empty. That means that it had less than a gallon of gas in it the other day. But we have fuel tanks on site at our shop, so we're fine there. As power washers, the nice thing is that, you know, we've got so much extra gas everywhere, we should be fine. You know, for you guys, if you're running multiple trucks, making sure, hey guys, you know, whether this is real or not, I'd really appreciate it if, you know, don't idle the truck out in front of the shop. When you're done with the booster pump, turn the generator off. When you're done with the pressure washer, turn it off. Kind of simple. We bought some new Honda 800s, the fuel injected ones. So those are supposed to be even more fuel efficient. Gonna be some beasts. We'll show you some videos once we get those on. But for the past year and a half, people have been talking about bleach shortages. And obviously we saw where there was a legitimate bleach shortage because everybody was buying it with COVID. All the Clorox wipes, oh no, they're running out. I don't know about you guys, but we didn't have a single bit of interruption, because the bigger thing was these need to be produced in a factory, put into gallon containers, which they had to have the product for that. Versus with what we do is simply a tanker truck delivers the bleach to our supplier, and then our bleach supplier puts it in his tanks and then brings it straight to our tanks. So there's no extra plastic involved. All it has to do is they have to mix it up or create sodium hypochlorite in their, you know, chemical factory, and then bring it to us. So guys, if you're in that situation where you're worried about a few gallons, I always said, you know, if you're trying to find out, call some local guys, see where they're getting it from. Go to your local YMCA or any hotel that's got a pool and say, hey, can I talk to your facilities manager, or who handles the maintenance on the pool? Cool, all right, that's the guy. Cool. Hey, dude, where do you guys get your bleach from? Where do you get your 12.5 sodium hypochlorite? They're gonna tell you. And the cool thing is now you made a contact at a hotel. You're welcome. Or at a YMCA, which eventually they'll need to be cleaned and stuff. It's also a good source if you did run out, but they're probably not gonna be able to sell it to you. But the thought of stocking up on bleach, here's a reason why it really, it's not worth doing. If you go ahead and stock up, let's just say you're using 20 gallons a week, you buy 200 single gallons of bleach. Well, one, we already know it's probably not 12 and a half, and depending on what you're paying on it and whatnot. And we'll wait just a moment. So again, 200 gallons, 20 gallons a week, which is nothing. That gets you 10 weeks. Well, in 10 weeks, that bleach isn't going to be as good anymore. Yeah, if it becomes a shortage, you're probably going to go ahead and sell it for $10 a gallon or whatever else. But for us, I mean, we buy 400, 500, 600 gallons at a time, and we've got guys that are buying a ton off of us now. But it stays fresh enough because we're using probably at least 200 to 300 gallons a week. Sometimes a truck will go through 100 gallons in a day if we got a couple roof washes or whatever else going on. And you know what? If all of a sudden we run out of bleach, guess what's going to happen? We're going to switch to just using some soaps. If we run out of soaps, we're going to just go back to using pressure. There's alternatives to bleach. I used to use some stuff from a site called EnviroSpec. I was always told that that product wasn't the greatest for house washes. It worked all right. But, you know, in a situation where we all of a sudden run out of bleach, there's other options. Or just pressure. So don't buy into that hysteria. It's a bunch of garbage. Get yourself to a position where you're buying 100, 200, 300 gallons at a time. Even if you're buying 100 gallons and that lasts you a whole month, it's worth getting into that bulk purchasing situation. Just getting 2 55-gallon drums of it. It was cool once we started going from, I think I literally bought like, sorry about that, bought about like 20 or 30 gallons by themselves, and then I started buying it off another guy, buying 100 gallons at a time. And it was such a move, you know, big move at that time. And now it's like, we call our guy, hey, we need another 600 gallons. Can you top us off? And he's like, oh, do you know what more? We're like, sure, whatever. Throw 700 gallons in there. So anyways, that's where we're at. Be confident in yourself. Be wise. Don't buy into the hype. See ya.